It's recording. Okay, it is recording. Let me share my screen again. I think you can see. Okay, so today we'll discuss about looping mechanisms in C. Okay, so previously, mostly some looping mechanisms were discussed in the previous week, and this is the actually the in-depth discussion about for loops and while loops and do while loops. So I have prepared some questions actually, so your concepts are clear after you go through the questions one by one. Okay. So we'll start with very basics and then we'll slowly move on to difficult concepts. So this is the first question that I have. Try to see it and solve it. Then we'll discuss. This is very simple actually, simple for looping. Okay. So what do you think is the output? This is very simple actually. Anybody? So there are these options actually. Tell me what will be the output. Anybody? No output, correct. So, can you explain, Dennis, why it is no output? Okay, so let me explain actually. So, in the main function, if you see carefully that one variable is declared, which is int10. So, you can also declare the variable like int10 equal to int10 equal to 10. Okay, so that it doesn't really matter. So, instead of int10, you can directly declare it like that. So, yeah, you can also declare it like that. Okay. So, anyway, so in the for loop, we have to remember two things. One is the initializing condition. What is the variable, what is the value the variable is initialized to? And then you have to check the terminating condition. And then you have to check the increment or decrement operation that is being performed after each iteration of the for loop. So in this for loop actually, n is initialized to 10. And after initialization, you have to check the terminating condition. So if you see the terminating condition, it will go up to n equal to if n is less than 10, correct? The for loop will continue if and only if n's value is less than 10, but you are initializing it to 10, so nothing will execute. It will just get out of the for loop and there will be no output. So this is the first one. So is it clear how the for loop is evaluated? First you check the initializing condition, then you check the terminating condition. If the terminating condition directly satisfies just after the initialization, you just don't do anything inside the for loop. You just, just don't do anything. Just go to the next line. Whatever gets printed will get printed. Okay. So this is the first question. So any doubt about this? So what about let's suppose that this is 12. Okay, instead of n minus, 10. So now, will it print anything? What do you think? Option A. Option A means no. Not option A. It will print basically. It will print the value of 10, which is basically it will check basically the value of n, which is 10. Initialization is 10, and it will check whether it is reaching below uh, 12 or not. If it is reaching below 12, then it will continue. Okay, so it will be an infinite loop actually. Okay, so it will print 10 first, then it will check the terminating condition after decrementing the value. So it is 9 now, 9. So 9 is less than 10, so 12. So it will again execute. So it will go on actually. Okay, any doubt about this? Infinite loop, correct, correct. What if we put like for n equal to 10, n less than 12, n minus minus, and n plus plus? We'll discuss these things, okay? There are some complicated things here also. So let's go to the second question. What of the following is not an infinite loop? So there are four options actually. Okay. So what do you think will be the correct answer? What does it mean actually for this kind of things? There is no initializing condition, there is no terminating condition, and there nothing is getting incremented or decremented. So what does it mean? So if you don't initialize anything and you just use the for loop and without terminating condition, it will go on indefinitely. Correct. So it is equivalent of infinite loop. So definitely number A is not the correct one. Second one, if you see carefully this one, then there is no terminating condition. Okay. So it will go on indefinitely. So this is also an infinite loop. What about the last two? Correct. So while one means while true, and while true means while the condition is being true, and it is always true because there is no condition that you are evaluating. Okay, so while one means that it is always true, and whatever inside the loop will get executed again and again infinite times. So definitely while one is infinite like loop. While zero at the same time means that it is while false actually. Zero means false. Okay. So while false means that whatever is inside the for loop, sorry, while loop will never get executed. So definitely that is not an infinite loop. So option D is the correct answer. Okay, so any doubt about this actually? So if you just write while one and then some condition inside the loop, it will go on executing it without checking any condition because while true is always true. There is no condition that you are evaluating actually. Okay, so yeah, so this is the funda. So if you have any question regarding this, ask me, or otherwise I'll jump to question number 3. While this will not work actually, this will not work. Yes, yes. In the for loop, there is a specific mechanism. In the for loop, you have to specify the initializing condition, the terminating condition, correct? In the while loop, there is nothing like that actually. So you can use some comma, but colon does not work actually. The syntax is wrong. Okay. So yeah, in the third question, this is the third question. See it carefully. So in the previous class, I have described how while loop works with comma actually in between the expression. So while m less than 5, comma n less than 7, then this is the thing that is inside the while loop. Okay. So in this kind of question, there is a trick actually that you have to know. So I hope that everybody attended the previous class and will be able to answer this question. Otherwise, I'll explain it again. So don't worry. So any idea about this? Rightmost is evaluated in while loop. I think it gives warning. Correct. So do that in this fashion. Like rightmost, evaluate the rightmost one and see, try to see what is the output. Sorry, I have a health problem right now, so I can cough lots of times. So bear with me. So okay, 5 5 you are saying. So let me check what is the question. So yeah, so in this question there are two variables that are initialized to 0. Okay, and then in the while loop, these are the two conditions that you have written, and following the condition, the inside of the loop will get executed. So if you see carefully, this is not and, but this is a comma. So whenever there is a comma, the most expression will get the most important. I mean, this based on the rightmost expression, the conditioning will be checked. Okay. So at every iteration, there are two variables that are getting incremented. So and the for loop will continue until the value of n reaches 7, because the right mode expression will get evaluated for breaking the while loop. So at first iteration, the value of m and n will be 1. After the second iteration, the value will be 2. In this way, after 7 iterations, the value of m and n will be 7 and 7. And suddenly, the compiler will see that n is less than, sorry, equal to 7, and the for loop will break. It will never check whether m value is less than 5 or not. Although it is present, it doesn't matter. Only the rightmost part of the for loop will get evaluated, while loop will get evaluated whenever multiple expressions are separated using comma inside the while loop. So whenever you encounter anything inside the while loop separated by comma, you have to see the rightmost portion of the expression and you have to evaluate that part only. So until that part gets evaluated and that part gets satisfied, the while loop will continue. So in this case, the value of m and n will increment up to 7, and then the value of n will reach 7, and after that the while loop will break, and the value of m and n will be printed, which is both 7. So 7 and 7 is the correct answer. Okay. So any doubt about this? M plus plus is evaluated, but the left condition is ignored. Then what's the use of M plus plus? There is no use actually. This is a trick question to layer your understanding. Okay, there is no use. What if we keep like while m equal to 5, n equal to m comma 0? Is 0 or 1? I mean syntax error or not? It's just an idea. N equal to m less than 0. Okay, huh, yeah, it will basically see at the rightmost part. If we keep the condition as same, let me write it. So m equal to 5 here, you are saying. Just a second. So you are saying that m equal to 5 and n equal to m equal to, what is that? M equal to m less than 10. Okay, so see what will happen. So at every iteration, you are increasing the value of m and n. And you have initialized m equal to 0, n equal to 0. So at every iteration, the value of n and m are same. And 0 is less than equal to, sorry, it is basically 1, right? Because n is equal to m at every iteration. So it is basically 1. You know 1 is less than 10, so it will evaluate as true. So if it is true, then it doesn't matter what is in the left hand side, only the right hand side will get evaluated. So it is exactly equivalent to while true. So it will be an infinite loop. It will never yeah, actually stop executing. Okay, so it is an infinite loop, whatever you have written. Does that answer your question? And try to actually compile the program inside the compiler to see whether it is an infinite loop or not, and let me know later. Okay, so yeah, so let us jump to the next one. So this is the fourth question. Try to see it very carefully, and then we'll discuss. B. Okay. Any other people? No, it is not a syntax error, Dennis. So yeah, I know you are trying to understand, but please continue it in a compiler actually, and let me know the output. Okay. So this is the question actually. See it. So B is the answer you are saying, right? So any other people, why it is B? So actually, yeah, let's. Okay. So see the question carefully. Inside the main function, there is this initialization of variable I equal to 0, and the for loop checks whether the value of I is less than 20 or not, and it will increment the value. And what is the question? What should be in place of star star star, so that except I equal to 8, the rest of the values of I will get printed. So what is the use of break? Break means that the whole for loop will break actually, and nothing will get executed again. Switch is definitely not the case here, because if you use switch, you have to use case, right? Then there is no point of using switch case here. So this is out of the topic actually. So there is only two options remaining. One is break, one is continue. So if you use break here, then what will happen actually? Suddenly, when the value of 8 reaches, sorry, I reaches 8, the for loop will break. Okay. And inside from the loop, it will be basically out, and return 0 will be done, and nothing will be printed actually. Okay. At every iteration, the value of I will be printed up to the value 7. And whenever it is reaching 8, it will just break and get out of the for loop. So it will just print 0 to 7. But the question is actually different. It wants you to print all the values of I except 8. So what do you want to do here? You just want to use continue. So what will continue do? So whenever the value of 8 reaches 8, it will just see the continue statement. It will not execute this part, because the continue actually, eliminate whatever is after the continue statement, and it will go to the next value of the for loop. So it will not initialize from I equal to 0. It has been already initialized. It will be executing with the remaining with the new values of I, which is basically 9 now, because it is incremented. So it will print 9. So up to 19, it will print actually. So it will start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 will be skipped because we are using continue here. Then it will start from 9 again to 19. Okay. So the output will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19. So this will be the output. So continue should be used actually. Okay. So any doubt about this? Hmm. So after every question, I have an explanation actually, so that you can actually refer to the question later at your own pace and actually understand why it is happening. Okay. So from now on, I'll actually keep this explanation, short explanation after every question, so you can understand. So yeah. So let's jump on to the fifth question. So this is the fifth question. Okay. So there are two variables now actually. There are two variables that are initialized. There are two variables that are checked. The value of them are checked, and they are also getting incremented, decremented. So you can also do this kind of things inside C, inside for loop. So yeah, check it carefully. So what is the output? What do you think? Option C. Okay. Can you explain why it is option C? So let us make a table actually to understand the values of K. I already told you that whenever multiple variables are there, to ensure that it is correct, you have to make a table so that you don't have any error actually. So in this table, we will have two values. One is K, one is J. So at the initialization of the for loop, the values are 1 and 3. So if you see this part, we are initializing the values at 1 and 3. And it will go on till k less than equal to 3 and j less than equal to 1. Correct? So these are the two conditions that will follow. And at every iteration, this will get printed. So what about the first iteration? The k and j value will get printed, which is basically 1 and 3. So after that, k's value will be incremented to 2, j's values will be decremented to 2, because 1 plus 1 and 3 minus 1. Okay. Then is the for loop getting satisfied or not? K is less than equal to 3 and j greater than equal to 1. So it is not getting satisfied, correct? Or is it getting satisfied? Anybody? Can we name them as parallel loops instead of nested loops? No, no, no. This is a different concept actually. You cannot name it like that. So check it carefully what is happening here. So the first thing is 1 and 3. Then the value of k will be 2 and 2. Correct? So it will continue till the value of k is less than 3. So this condition is satisfied, and it will continue till the value of j is greater than or equal to 1. Correct? So 2 and 2 will also get printed in the next iteration. So we are now in 1, 3, 2, 2. In the next iteration, the value of k will be 3 and the value of j will be 1. So is this getting satisfied or not? K is 3, so it is less or equal to 3, and j is greater than and or equal to 1. So this will also get printed because this condition is getting satisfied. So 1, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1. Correct? So after that, what will be the values? It will be 4 and it will be 0. And suddenly it is lesser than 1 actually. So this part will not get satisfied and the for loop will break. So the correct answer is 1, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1. So 1, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1. So the option C. So this is the correct answer. So any doubt about this problem? How do I doing it?
Excuse me,
So
sir.
yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Sir, in while loop, we have two conditions separated with comma means we'll consider right side one, no, sir. Like
Correct.
that in this for loop, if
Correct.
in that condition k less than or equal to 3, comma j greater than or equal to 1, here
Correct.
should we consider this comma as and or the comma itself? And operator or comma?
Here comma means and actually. So both of the conditions you have to check, not like while loop. So in the initialization part also, you are initializing both the values k equal to 1, j equal to 3. In the terminating condition also, you have to check both the values together, like an AND operator. So k equal to whenever k equal to
Can
k. Yeah, go ahead.
sir, can we use more than two conditions also separating
Yeah,
with comma?
you can multiple condition you can use. Doesn't have any limit.
Every time that comma is considered as a and only, or sir?
Correct. Inside for loop it is always and.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Hmm. Okay, so any more doubt about this thing? If we keep like k and then j, so we use the multiple conditions. I don't understand your question. Can you repeat it actually verbally? So in the meantime, let us move to the next question. So yeah, this is the next question. So what do you think will be the output? So this is a simple for loop question, but there is a trick inside the for loop. So in this part, there is the same variable declared again actually, and this is the trick actually. For will print three times. Okay. So what is the reason behind that? Okay, can you write in the chat box? Yes, so you are right actually. The variable inside the for loop, this p equal to 4 is local variable. So what will happen is that let me put another printf statement here. So if I have this for loop instead, so now it will be much better idea to understand what is happening actually. So see step by step what is happening. So you are declaring one variable p, you are initializing the variable to 0, and the for loop will execute till the variable reaches the value of 3. Whenever it reaches the value of 3, the for loop will not execute. At the initial iteration, this is the value, and what will print here? It will print 0. Then suddenly you are declaring one variable with the same name, and the scope of this variable is inside the for loop. Okay, so this is a local variable, and the scope is inside the for loop, and whatever is immediately followed by declaring this variable will get the scope of this variable. So this print statement will instead print the value of 4. Okay, so after the loop gets executed, the automatically the scope of this variable is lost. So after that, the value of p reaches 1 because it is incremented. So whenever it reaches 1, it will print 1. Okay, and again you are declaring the same variable p equal to 4. So it will print 4. Again, the value actually gets out of the for loop, and the scope of this variable is lost, and it is getting to the beginning of the for loop again. So this is the global variable, this printf statement, because it is declared before the local scope. So this value will be 2, and this value will again will be 4. After that, it will reach the value of 3, and the for loop will not execute again. So this is the value actually. So if you see carefully, 0, 4, then 1, 4, then 2, 4. This will be printed here. So if I don't have this part, then what will print it? 4 will print 3 times. So this is the correct answer. So any doubt about this, how this is happening, and the scoping of the variable inside a loop? Okay, if you don't have any question, then I think, proceed. So there is an explanation written here. So you can see it is a good explanation because it is short and you can refer it later also. So the outer P declared before the for loop controls the loop and takes the value of 0, 1, 2 that I have shown you actually. So the loop executes exactly 3 times. Inside the loop body, int equal to 4 declares a new local variable. So this is a local variable, and that shadows the outer P. So the whatever value is in this P will get shadowed by this P because it is immediately declared before the printf statement. So the printf statement will get this value instead of the global value. Okay, so every time the loop gets executed, the local value will be captured by the printf statement and it will be printed instead of the global value. Okay, so 4 full will be printed thrice. So this is the 7th question. So what do you think will be the output? So see, there are two things. One is the infinite looping, and this is the continue statement, and this is the break statement. So uh, keep this in mind actually while answering this question. Option D, option C. Okay. Yeah, I think so. Option C. Can you explain why? Yeah, go ahead.
So first of all, semicolon represents infinite loop, so it will go inside the loop. So
Correct.
I will get pre-incremented. So it is I value will become 1 and it is false. The statement is false. So it will go to the that if part will not get executed. It will go to the printf statement. So 1 will be executed. It will happen up to the value of I is equal to 9.
Correct.
Oh, sorry. I'll just continue after printf. And the
Uh,
next statement, I equal to 15. This is also false. So one will execute 1, 2, 3 up to the value 9. It will get executed. The moment I value become 10. So we will go to continue statement. Continue statement means whatever the remaining part would get skipped and it will go back to the loop. So that value of 10 would get skipped.
Correct.
And once again all the procedure would repeat, and the moment I will become 15, if part will fail, that it is equal to 10, it will fail, then printf 15 will get printed. The moment it will come to the if statement of second if statement, 15 equal to 15, it is true. Break statement will get executed, break will come out of the loop.
Correct. Really good. So let me re-explain for other people. So what she told is that inside the main statement, we have this one integer variable that we are declaring initializing as 0. And this is I mean infinite loop. Okay. So inside the infinite loop, there has to be a mechanism to get outside the loop, to break the loop. So that mechanism is here, break statement. So once the value actually reaches 15 by some mechanism, uh, because we are incrementing the value of I, there will be a time when the value of I will reach 15, and once it reaches 15, then the value the for loop will not execute, and it will get out of the for loop. So definitely there are two options that we can directly rule out, for A and B, because they are saying infinite time. So there is, it will not get infinite time executed, because definitely the value of I will somehow reach 15, and it will just actually get out of the for loop. So there are two options remaining, one is C and one is D. And if you see carefully in the option C, the value of 10 is missing. So why 10 is missing and why it is the correct answer? Let us go through the for loop, inside the for loop. So inside the for loop, see the value of I, how it is being changed. So this is a pre-increment operator, and whenever it is initialized the value of 0, I is initialized to the value of 0, and it will be pre-incremented whenever it reaches the if statement. So suddenly the value of I will be 1 from 0, and it will be compared against the value 10. So is it 10? No, it is not 10, it is 1. So the continue statement will not execute. So it will jump onto the next printf statement. So what is the value of I now? It is 1 because it is pre-incremented. So 1 will get printed. So 1 gets printed here. Then in the second if statement, it will again be compared with the value of 15. So is the value equal to 15? No, it is 1. So the break statement will not execute. and it will go on to the beginning of the for loop again. So 1 gets printed and it is getting again pre-incremented to 2. So now 2 will be compared to 10. So is it equal to 10? Is 2 equal to 10? It is not true, it is false. So continue will not get executed. And the value of 2 will get printed here. And is 2 equal to 15? It is not equal to 15. So break statement will not execute. So it will just move to the next iteration. So 2 gets printed. Like that, if you carry on executing, when the value of I reaches 9, then it will be pre-incremented to 10. So suddenly I equal to plus I equal to 10. So the continue statement will be executed. So the continue statement executed means what? Nothing will get will be done here, and it will jump directly to the value of 10 here again. So 10 will never get printed. So like this, whenever the value of I is 15, this if loop gets executed, sorry, if statement gets executed, and it will be broken out of the for loop, and it will be gone out of the for loop. So option C is the correct answer. Please mute yourself. Some noise is coming. Yeah. So can we keep like for 101 in this code? Yes, we can keep. I don't think 0 0 means what actually in the next iteration? Sorry, in the middle part. 0 means what? False. I think one will be the correct answer. So yeah, so this is the part actually, question number 7. So any doubt about this? So this is a question combining continue and break, and also the pre-increment operator. So do you know about arrays or not in C? So this is basic question actually. You initialize an array. So what do you mean by array? This is a collection of numbers. So in C programming, the array can be declared in several ways. One is using normal syntax, one is using pointers. So there are 4 options given. And tell me actually how to declare an array in C using this syntax. Whatever is the correct answer. Option B. Okay. Yeah, option B is correct. So what about this? Is this also acceptable? And how will the compiler know if it is acceptable? Sorry. So every people told me that this is the correct option. So my question to you is that instead of this, if I keep it like this, so will the compiler accept it, and why? And what does 5 represent? So these are the 3 questions. It is acceptable. Okay, good. 5 is the length of the array, correct? So it's acceptable. It is an array that is declared without size, so compiler will understand the size of an array. Correct. Compiler counts the element in runtime. That is the answer actually. So uh, if you can statically declare an array like that, actually, you just declare the number of variables inside the array. Even if you don't declare, the compiler will understand by looking at the size actually. So what it does is that it actually size of this R. This is the size of the whole array, and it divides using the size of one int. So if you do that, you will get the size of the array. because the size of the array, this R, is consisting of several integers. So if you divide using the size of int, it will give you the size of the array, how many numbers are inside the array. So inside the compiler, this kind of codes are written, and based on the code, it will dynamically know the how many numbers are there in the array, and it will allocate that space. Okay. Yeah. So this is the question number 9. Answer it. It's very easy actually. All of the above. I think the compiler counts the elements in runtime size of that's a unary operator. We can change the B by using typecasting. That is true. All of the above. An array contains more than one element. That is definitely true, right? Just we have seen that it can contain A, and all elements of an array have to be the same data type. So yeah, it is true in C that once you declare the data type of the variable, you cannot change it. But in Python, you can have a list of any data type. Okay, so this is one uh, good thing about Python. Size of the array has to be declared upfront. Is it true? Question option C, is it true or not? So normally in C, we have to declare the size of the array. And if we don't do that, it doesn't really matter because the compiler can understand. But normally, it is a norm to declare the size of the array beforehand. So all of them are actually essentially correct. So yeah, so this is the correct answer. How about this? Just a second, let me duplicate. Just let me remove this part. Uh, so what will be the output after execution of the program? So take your time, try to see through the questions. Sorry. What if we do int a 5 and then 1? So what is 5 and then 1? It is basically a AND operation, right? So if we do AND operation between two positive numbers, it is always equal to 1 actually. Okay, so only one variable array will be declared. That is my understanding. Can you run it and check in the compiler what is the output you are getting? Output is 3. So yeah, can you explain why it is 3? Okay, let us understand it carefully. Try to see it inside. Try to. If you don't understand, then just ask me, or maybe run it in the compiler. Check the output. So yeah, let us use the text box here. So what is the array that is declared here? It is basically 3, 1, 2, 4 and int I. So this is one variable that is declared. The array is 3, 1, 2, 4. And there is another variable declared as result. And it is assigned the value of a0, which is equal to 3. Now we are looking at this for loop. Inside the for loop, I equal to 1, we are initializing I equal to 1, it will go until 4, and at every iteration we are doing this. If result less than equal to less than AI. So what is AI? It is beginning from this. So AI essentially is 1. So if result less than 1 or not, it is true. So it is continue. Correct? So nothing will execute, and it will come here. And what is the value of result now? It is 3, and it will compare with this if statement again. So now I is 2. So if result less than a of I, so is it true? Yes, it is true. So continue statement will again execute. Correct? Now after that, for loop will come here. Now I is 3. So 3 means this actually a of I is now 4 and result is already 3. So if this is true, then continue again. So it will continue to this part, and now suddenly I less than 4 conditions met. So the value of the for loop will be terminated and printf percentage with result. So it will be 3. So this part result equal to AI is never getting executed anytime. Correct? So the value of result, which is equal to 3, will be printed. It prints 1. How does it print 1? Okay, for I equal to 1, right? Okay, for I equal to 1, result less than, okay, correct, you are correct actually. It is 1 because in the first iteration, the value of result is 3, and 3 is actually uh, 3 less than 1, result equal to 1. Okay, so in the first iteration, when it is 1, then this print statement, sorry, the if statement is wrong. So the continue will not work actually, and the value of result will be 1. Correct? In the second iteration, 1 less than 2, so it is continue will execute, and in the next iteration, 1 less than 4, so the continue will again execute. So the final value of result will be printf statement will print 1 actually instead of 3. Okay, so I was wrong in the beginning, so it is 1. Correct, correct, correct. It is 1 actually. I was wrong. So if you don't understand, I can explain it again actually because I messed it up in the middle portion. So let me explain it again actually. So initializing, this is the value of I, and a equal to 3124, result is 3. So in the looping, so it will be checked with the value of ai. So result is 3, ai's value is 1 because I is beginning from 1. So is 3 less than 1? No. So the continuous statement will not work. And the result's value will be assigned to value of ai, which is equal to 1. So the value of result is now 1 after the first for loop. Now in the second looping, the value of I is 2. I is 2, and the a of I is also 2. So 1 is less than 2, right? So the continue will work, and this part will not execute, and it will be again going to the for loop. So a of I is now 4, and result is 1. So is I 1 less than 4? Yes. So the continue will execute 1, and the value of I will be 4. So the for loop will break, and the printf statement will print the value of result, which is equal to 1. So the value is actually 1. Okay. Yeah. Any doubt about this? Yeah. So this is question number 11. Mutative property. What is 2 equal to 3? Which is 3 equal to. Yeah, yeah. A into B equal to B into A is commutative property. Yeah. Check it. Check it. 5, 5. Okay, so in the do while loop, what happens is that whatever inside do gets printed and gets executed, and then the while condition is checked. So it will be printing the value of I, which is initialized to the value of 5, and then 5 will be incremented to 6. Then after that, the while value will be checked. So 6 is less than 5, which is false. So this part will not execute. I mean, it will not go inside the do again, and return 0 will get executed, and the value of 5 will get printed from the first iteration. So the answer is 5. So there is this correct answer that is written here. Please look into that after the class. So this is the next one actually. Try to see it carefully. There are multiple conditions here. 0, 1, 2. Any other guys? 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. It should be 1, 2, 3. Is it? It is the post increment, not pre increment. Carefully see it. Okay, so let me explain actually. Yeah, it is 1, 2, 3. Why it is 1, 2, 3? So let's see what is happening here. So uh, you can see there is no initializing condition and there is no incrementing operation that is specifically listed in the last part. So only one thing is present in the middle part, which is the terminating condition. So we are already initializing the value of I equal to 0 outside the for loop, and that value will be picked up by the for loop also. And as there is no increment or decrement operation in the last position, it will be automatically inferred from the intermediate position. So at every iteration, you are using I plus plus less than 3. So what happens here? What happens is that the old value of I is compared first and then I is incremented because it is post increment operation. So initially what is happening? Initially the value of I is equal to 0 and 0 is compared against 3, correct? So is it true? Yes, it is true. After comparing, the value of I gets incremented to 1. Then that value will be printed here, correct? In the second iteration, what happens is that one gets compared to 3. Is it true? Yes, it is true. Then i's value will get incremented to 2. Then 2 will get printed here. In the second iteration, 2 will be compared to 3. Is 2 less than 3? Yes, 2 less than 3. Then 2's value will be compared to, sorry, 2's value will get incremented to 3 and 3 will be printed here. And again, it will come here and 3 will be compared to 3. Is it true? No, it is not true. So 3 will be incremented. So it is not true, right? So it will go out of the for loop and only 1, 2, 3 will be printed. So remember, whenever you see this kind of post increment operator inside the comparison inside the for loop, you have to do the operation based on the pre increment or post increment. So you have to, in case of post increment, you have to do the operation, sorry, do the comparison before the post increment operation, and you can only go inside the for loop after doing everything that is written inside the comparison statement. So everything means that you have to just increment the value of I also, then you can go inside the for loop to print the value of it. So this is the tricky part actually. You cannot just print the old value of I here without I getting incremented. So you have to increment it, to do everything that is inside the for loop, then only you can go inside the for loop to execute whatever inside that. Okay. So yeah, this is the question, and let let's do it in another way. So instead of this, let's suppose it is minus minus I greater than 3. And let us suppose it is initialized to 5. Then tell me what will get printed. Here what happens, see it carefully. I is equal to 5 and minus minus I less than 3. So before doing anything, the value of I will be decremented first. So now I is equal to 4. 4 is compared with 3. Is 4 greater than 3? Yes, 4 greater than 3. It goes inside the for loop. 4 gets printed here. Then it will come again here and 4 will be decremented to 3. Is 3 greater than 3? No. So it will get out of the for loop and only 4 will get printed. Okay, so this is the way actually. So only 4 will get printed. So any doubt about this?
Excuse me, sir.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, in for loop, third part will be for incrementing or decrementing, no, sir. In
Correct.
place of that, in second question, today's second question, in place of that, instead of incrementing and decrementing, I saw it as one conditional statement, sir. Can we write like that also in option B?
We can write it like that. So
What
does
will
it
be the
mean?
operation done then?
There will be no operation done actually. So there will be no operation. Okay, so it is equivalent to infinite loop. So if you see this carefully, so this is always true, right? And this is an update expression, and it does not control whether loop will continue or not. So let's suppose that x is something, and this is always true. So there is no terminating condition, and it is always either true or false depending on what is the value of x. So it is never used to control the looping. You understand?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. We can write anything actually. We can write anything inside the for loop. It
Suppose
has
if we wrote x assigned as some 20 in first itself instead of 0, then third part will be, I mean, it will be 0 only, no, sir, when it is evaluated. In between, conditional part will be automatically 1, but
correct,
right
correct,
side part will be 0 or 1.
correct. It doesn't really matter actually. Yeah, go ahead.
When x is 20, 20 less than or equal to 10 means eventually it will evaluate to 0 only, no, sir.
It will evaluate to 0, but there is no terminating condition, right? So it should not
Yes, sir.
terminate.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, somebody raised hand. Can you clarify? Telling.
It got cleared, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. So the next one, do while. This is the infinite loop. Okay, and this is the 13 question. Yeah, go ahead. Look at this question and write one side. Option B. Yeah, we can skip third part for the flow for. 0, 1, 3, 4. Correct. It is very simple actually. So this is inside a normal for loop. It checks whether the value of I reaches 2 or not. If it reaches 2, it just goes on to continue. If it doesn't do, then the value printf will be printed. So what is the value of I in the beginning? It is 0. Is it equal to 2? No, it is not. So continue statement will not execute and printf will print 0. After that, it reaches the value of 1. Is it 1 is equal to 2? Not. Continue. There will be no continue statement execution and 1 will be printed. Then I value will be 2. If I equal to 2 is true now, then continue statement will execute. Continue means it will not print actually, and the value will be reaching the control will reach the beginning of the for loop. So 0, 1, then 3 and 4. So 2 will not get printed here. So this is the fundamental thing. And somebody asked some question for colon I equal to I plus 1, right shift plus I. What do you mean actually? You are trying to update I multiple times in the same expression. That is not acceptable actually. The compiler will throw an error. This is not acceptable. Okay. Although it looks like infinite loop because there is no terminating condition, you are trying to update I multiple times in the right hand side of the for loop. So it will not work. I think so. I don't know. So yeah, question number 14 now. C, B, B. So let's make a table, okay? Any other people? Are you guys not writing or okay? 1, 2, 4, 5. So what is the value of I? I is initialized to 0, okay? And inside the do, we are doing I plus plus. So the value of I is at initial iteration is 1 inside the do loop. Do. If I equal to 3, continue. Is it equal to 3? No. So nothing continues. So printf statement will get executed and it is it's actually equal to 1. So the printf will equal to 1. So it will print 1. Okay. Now we are checking I less than equal to less than 5 or not. So it is less than 5. So again, it will go inside the do loop. So now I is incremented to 2. I equal to 3. No 3. No continue will not execute. 2 will be printed here. Is I less than 5? Yes, it is less than 5. So again, it will go inside the do. I is 3. Now 3 is continue. So printf statement, this statement will not get printed. So nothing gets printed here. So now 3 will be compared to 5. Is it low? Yes, it is. So it is go inside the for loop. 4 not equal to 3. So continue will not work. 4 will get printed. And then while will be compared. I will be compared in the while loop. 4 less than 5. Yes. So it will go inside the do again. 5 will be printed because 5 is not equal to 3. Correct? And then in the while again I will be compared to 5. Is 5 less than 5? No. So do will not work. So it will cross. So what will get printed then? 1, 2, 4, sorry, and 5. So 1, 2, 4, 5. This is the answer. So any problem in understanding this? I think it is very simple. If we keep while 10 greater than 2, then the option is D. Can you explain? So this is the original question and this is how it works actually. So make a table so that no error is happening. So yeah, this is another question. This is very simple, right? So okay, now see it, see this question. Okay, just jump it. So see this question. How about it? A. Okay. So let's make a table again. Let's explain directly. So what is the initializing condition? These are the two variables that are declared, that are initialized, I equal to 0 and j equal to 5. And at every iteration, you have to compare whether I is less than j or not. If it is less than j, it will be true and the loop body will execute, otherwise it will not. And this is the thing that will execute after each operation, each looping the execution of the body. So initially I equal to j, I equal to 0, j equal to 5. So we check if this condition is getting satisfied or not. It is getting satisfied. So 0 and 5 will be printed here because i's value is 0 and j's value is 5. So after each iteration, what happens is that you have to do this operation in the rightmost side of the for loop. So I plus plus and j minus minus. So what is the i's value now? I's value is 1, j's value is 4. So 1 less than 4 or not? Yes, it is 1 less than 4. So it will print 1 and 4 again. So correct. So after that, I value will be incremented to 2 and j value will be incremented to 3. Then it will print 2 and 3. After that, I value will be incremented to 3. This will be 2. Then suddenly this condition will not get satisfied. So 0, 5, 1, 4 and 2, 3. That are the only things that are possible. And after that, whenever I value is 3, j value is 2, this is not true again. Then the for loop will break and nothing will get printed. So the correct answer is 0, 5, 1, 4, 2, 3. So any confusion regarding that? So at every iteration, you have to check the initializing condition. You have to check whether the terminating condition is true or not. And if it is not true, just print it. Just do whatever is inside the for loop. And after that, you have to check the condition here. Do the operation here in the rightmost part. So after that, again, you just compare it with this part. If it is true, it is getting satisfied. You come inside the for loop, do whatever is inside the for loop, and then again you check this. So it will continue like that. So this, 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 like this. Okay, so this one first, this one second, this one third, this one fourth, this one fifth, this one sixth, this one seventh, this one eighth, this one ninth. Like that, it will execute. Any confusion? So this is the last question. Option A. Correct. So as I told you, inside the looping, this part has to be 0 to get out of the for loop, or otherwise 0 means false actually, and it has to be true to get inside the for loop. So as I have also told you that any non-zero value is considered as true in C, and any 0 is considered as false. So whenever it is not 0, i's values is not 0, it will be printed. So what is the initializing condition? It is 3. So you just print 3. Before printing 3, you check the value actually. It is 3. 3 means true because any non-zero value is 3. Any non-zero value is true. So true means this part will execute. So after that, 3 is decremented to 2. Now you check this condition again, 2. It is true because 2 is non-zero. So you come here and print it. So 3, 2. Again you decrement 1. It is 1. So 1 means true. So you print it. It gets decremented to 0. Then you check 0. 0 means it will not, it is false basically. So as the terminating condition is false, you get out of the for loop and you print nothing. So 3, 2, 1 is the correct answer. Okay. Any doubt regarding this? Okay, I think this is the set of questions today. I think if everybody's doubt is clear, then you can stop for now. And then in the next week, we'll discuss about arrays. So if you have any question, just ask me now.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Sir, in last question, in between conditional statement was given as I, no, sir. Generally, if
Uh,
in some other question, suppose instead of I, if we write any character, up lowercase character a or anything, any lowercase character in semicolons, then also
hmm.
because it is non-zero, that loop will get executed, sir.
Correct, correct. So you are saying that instead of I, if I say, let's say int j equal to 9, correct? And you
No, sir.
place z here,
Char.
here, like this you are saying.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so here also the ASCII value of uh, a will be printed, I mean given here, which is non-zero. So the print will be a never-ending loop. So the loop will be never-ending. So it is an infinite loop. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Any other doubt? I is non-zero value, which is 1. Okay. We can also keep I equal to not equal to 0, or not I equal to 0, De Morgan's law. Yeah, we can keep that actually. Yeah, thanks. Any other question? If you don't have any question, then we can wrap up today's session. Let's wait for 1-2 minutes more. So 3 gets printed because I is mentioned in parenthesis. I don't understand what you are saying. Can you elaborate, please? I is not in parenthesis, right? Yeah, yeah, I'll send the session recording link. Don't worry. So in int and unsigned, you changed it to Z now. Yeah, that is to I mean answer a question that somebody asked me. So somebody asked me if I replace it with any other value, then what will happen? So I said that in the terminating condition, if the value evaluates to a non-zero value, then the for loop will keep on executing, because non-zero is basically any non-zero value is considered as true in C, and any basically zero value is false. So that is why. So difference between int and unsigned int is that in the int you have a signed bit in 2's complement form, and in unsigned int yeah, you don't have anything actually. So this is the norm generally to use negative number. You have to use 2's complement form, and the leftmost bit is always a signed bit. Yeah. So any other question? Thanks, business. Thank you very much. Yeah. So let's wrap up today's session. So if you have any queries, you can ask also offline. Okay. Thanks, everybody. I'm ending the meeting for everybody. Thank you.